What is up, guys? So today I will be teaching you how you can make a romance anime opening type beat in Bandlab. So I'll be using my latest beat about romance anime openings as an example. I'll go into structure and stuff. I won't go that deep into mixing. I'll just focus on the structure, what you can use, you can add to get yourself into that romance aura. So let's begin. So starting things off with the chord progression, nothing too crazy. It's your Japanese anime opening chord progression that gets widely used. So I'm in the key of C, by the way. I just forgot to place it. And I'm in 97 ppm. So I did make this song on my phone, but I'm using it. I'm gonna be showcasing it in my PC version. So let's get started. So again, it's just your standard J-pop anime opening chord progression. So first things first. So here's a regular chord progression, and first thing you want to do is to chop up your chords like so, add break in betweens to give that fluid flow into them, and on top you add a solid melody to it. So here's what it looks like. Sounds like. So I added for effects, I added like Space Maker to give that ambient echoey sound that plays through in the background throughout the entirety of the beat. So on the other hand, I also added a guitar, acoustic guitar, so just to layer in with the chords. So it's just as regular chords here. You they're slightly strummed as well. So here's what they sound like. The whole thing is just to add some measly transition in between of the chords, so and it sounded out great in the end. For the intro, I added this like background subway music to get yourself into that mood feeling. So here's what they sound like. Then I transition using a riser off of Bandlab sounds. So here's what the entire intro sounds like. For the bass line, I didn't make it too funky. It had some bouncy notes from here and there, but nothing too crazy. I used a dub bass, P bass, I think. I forgot what bass, but any bass really works well. That's like soft sounding. So here's what the bass line sounds like. So this is my first time using a bass line that's on a higher octave than usual, but it will still work well, and I think it actually might be better if used on the lower octave, but it works well here for the beat that I'm trying to go for. So for my drums tip, it doesn't hurt to search for drum beats off of YouTube, and since we're going for our soft drum style beat, I found this simple 97 BPM drum loop, and I just programmed it into Bandlab, add some stuff for some seamless transitions like this at the end. So that's just a transition into adding the next element that I introduced, is that this violin that I added. So nothing too crazy, it's just a violin that follows the chord progression and they're layered in octaves, like so. To give that warmth effect throughout some parts of the song, right? And if you notice here, I used a different drums for for the remainder of the song, except for towards the end there. So here is a different type of drums that I use. So this drums that I use, the first one in the intro is ballad, and then using this transition here, it transitions into a thicker, no, not thicker, like more boom bop sounding blues drums that I use throughout the entirety of the song. So before I transition off into the chorus part in the intro, to introduce the chorus this early on, I used this violin like wave using a delay, and at the same time this 3 count on the crash. Into the chorus part of this section, so nothing really changed. The piano melody is So I changed the melody for the for the chorus. So it's a two-part melody. Sounds like this. And then I strummed the guitar now for like full-on strum here. The rest is throughout the same. I just added more crash and open hi-hats in the drums here. I layered the acoustic guitar into an electric guitar to give, but on a lower volume so it doesn't overpower too much, just to give that J-pop feel. Next up is the main melody. It's the same melody as on the piano, but on electric guitar. That's also layered in octaves to add more feel to it. And this is the main melody that it just fuses well with the piano. I added this pad that like slightly strums it, just a beating in the background. And lastly, for the chorus, there is this really interesting that I tried out. It's still a pad, sort of like a pad synthwave, but it's a bouncing type of pad synthwave. So I'll show you what I mean by bouncing. So you can see it follows the chord progression, but it's C, but it's jumping towards the chord progression. Like so I just C to F, C to F, C to F, C to E, C to E, and so on and so forth as it follows on the chord progression. So it acts on sort of a counter melody in the chorus. So for the verse, you typically want it to die down now. So for the verse, I used the same riser I used from the intro. I kept the strumming, but I changed the melody again for a verse type melody. And then as I build up again into the chorus, for my pre-chorus, my build up is reintroducing the violin strings in the background, and then again using the same two-part violin loop to transition back into the chorus. Pops into the chorus again, and then for my bridge, before I transition to the final chorus and then the ending, it's just the guitar strumming, but I duplicate it into the piano, and I reintroduced again the acoustic guitar strumming, and then the drums, and then one final violin whoosh into the final chorus. And then I use this violin whoosh into the final chorus. It's just the C major scale going up quickly. So final chorus, and then last but not the least, it's the chorus melody again for the piano, in the piano style. And then I use the riser one last time and do one last strum on the F major 7 chord. So here we go. That's how you make a romance anime opening J-pop style type beat in Bandlab. You can check out the full beat in the description down below. Once again, that is all Gears of Fate signing.